Parliament needs to dig its head out of the sand and deal with the rules regarding disgraced officials becoming MPs. This issue started with former Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane, who was brought in by Julius Malema as an EFF MP shortly after she was impeached. Following this year's elections, Jacob Zuma brought in former Western Cape Judge President John Hlophe and installed him as the party's parliamentary leader. He too was impeached by Parliament and removed as a judge. The rules say nothing about this, and this is a problem because it places Parliament and the institutions they used to serve in an untenable position. In this episode, I will look at the obvious conflict of interest and how this impacts the reputation of Parliament and the decisions it makes. Hello everyone, welcome back to Joe Talks Politics. I am your host, Joseph Musia. Let's get right into it. On Thursday, the current Public Protector, Gcaleka, presented the office's annual report to the National Assembly's Justice Committee. Among the members of the committee was her predecessor, Busisiwe Mkhwebane. Her actions proved that something needs to be done urgently to cure this lacuna in the rules. It is anomalous that someone who was removed as the head of an institution for gross incompetence and malpractice is now able to sit in judgment of the person who replaced them in that position. It is a clear conflict of interest that Mkhwebane is allowed to sit in on Gcaleka's presentations and to take pot shots at her performance. This exchange between the two of them is one of the reasons why this situation cannot be allowed to continue.
When we started off, I wanted to resist the temptation to outline that, this committee actually has a member who's conflicted when it comes to the issues of the public protector, because she's the impeached public protector. And some of the matters that she even alluded to are matters that were ventilated in the Section 194 committee, in which staff of the public protector had testified to the operations and the mannerism in which the institution was run during her tenure. Now, Chairperson, what is critical?
I don't think it's proper for you to even allow this. I don't know how to even name it, because I'm a member of Parliament here. So I don't know why you allow her to just raise this nonsensical issue. So please, Chairperson, I'm a member of Parliament here. So if she can just answer the questions. I have been the public protector for those years. The things which were there are still operational. Hence, I asked whether she has a vision which she will move with. They're still keeping most of the things which have been operational. So I don't think it's fair, Chairperson, for you to allow this.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I got you, Honorable Mkhwebane. I think the best way is that, because I was still listening to this conflict part that the PP was talking about, but I think the best way is that let's just move away from that, just go to the specific questions asked PP.
Thank you, Chairperson. Firstly, Chairperson, I must allude that my address cannot be alluded to as nonsensical. Being a member of Parliament doesn't give anyone unfettered powers to be disrespectful to the next person. I am the public protector and office bearer, and I'm an officer of the court, being an admitted advocate. We owe one another mutual respect.
Mkhwebane is right in that, as a member of the committee, she has full rights to participate in its meetings and to ask questions. My issue is not with that. It is with the system that allows her to become a member of Parliament in the first place, and secondly, of a committee that oversees the work of the institution from which she was removed. we faced a similar crisis at the JSC, where Hlophe was nominated by MK Party to serve. It took a court challenge by the DA and civil society organizations to stop him from taking up his seat, and he eventually resigned. What we faced was a situation where Hlophe could have participated in interviews of candidates to fill his previous position. Not only that, the findings of gross misconduct are so serious that they disqualify him from acting as a judge in this country. Yet he would have been able to determine who is qualified to become a judge. Hlophe has indicated that his resignation is temporary.
I regard myself as a member of the JSC who was gagged. I was told in terms of the court's order that emanated from the Western Cape High Court that I could not attend the proceedings of the JSC. I suppose if I wanted to attend, I could sit and keep quiet. I didn't have time to go there and keep quiet. Secondly, there was an attempt by the legal team to stop the proceedings of the JSC. We lost. Now, we lost 2 successive cases. We know what happens in South Africa. When you lose, and you lose. So it did not surprise us. I was a judge myself for 29 years. It did not surprise us when we lost, because we know the judiciary is also captured. It is as simple as that. Now, there is no provision in terms of the law for an alternate member. I was the only member, I'm still the only member of the JSC. There is no provision for an alternate member of the JSC. We have to go back to the drawing board and get somebody else deployed to the JSC. So the decision to resign until finalization of the proceedings by the concerned court was strategic in the sense that right now the party was not represented in the JSC. There is another sitting coming in April next year and another one coming in October next year. So if the party, we want to be represented as the MK on the JSC, the only way to ensure that we are represented until my legal battles are finalized, it is for me to withdraw with dignity, and then another member of the MK party will be deployed to the JSC until my problems are over.
Failure to address this situation presents a continual risk to the reputation of Parliament itself. The rules were meant for the type of member that was envisaged rather than the members that we actually have. They fail to make provision for party leaders who operate on the basis of political expediency, patronage, and point scoring. These are people who are not concerned with the ethics of their actions, but rather are guided by whether the rules allow for it to happen. The JSC plays a critical role in maintaining judicial integrity, and any doubts regarding its members can lead to a wider distrust in the legal system. Hlophe's history of contentious decisions and questionable conduct could have led to concerns about the quality of the JSC's deliberations and decisions. A strong and respected JSC is vital for upholding the rule of law, and any perceived weakness could undermine Parliament's standing as a protector of democratic norms. The independence of the judiciary is a cornerstone of any democracy. Hlophe's appointment raised legitimate concerns about his ability to act independently and impartially, and could have led to public apprehension about the judiciary's ability to remain separate from political influence. This scenario can be particularly damaging for Parliament, as it may be seen as undermining the checks and balances necessary for a healthy democracy. My call to cure the rules is based on the understanding that we cannot rely on the goodwill of individuals to maintain the integrity of our institutions. Our rules need to mature with our democracy. Parliament has amended them several times to address problems as they arose. It should not be possible for a president, a judge, a minister, a head of a Chapter 9 institution, or any senior official of a government or state institution who has been found guilty and removed from their position to become a member of the country's ultimate legislative body. It is tempting to suggest that the Constitution itself be amended to correct this anomaly. Constitutional changes should, however, only be considered when other measures will not be adequate. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to hit the like and share buttons. Also, please consider subscribing. Subscriptions are free. See you in the next one.